Hello guys, and welcome to the third and final cast of this Japanese CyAC Cup final against Paradox and LINKINPARK. We've seen that both guys battled it out in Soviets and managed to dominate both matches so far. We're going to see now if the Soviet dominance can continue back in favor of in the hands of Paradox, or if we're going to see LINKINPARK play out some more steer play and really take this Japanese final home. Strap in, guys. I'm sure there's going to be some fireworks in this game. Let's get it underway. So Paradox on that hand side, he's got the same commanders as he had last time, which I believe is one of the tournament rules. I'm not too sure. Something I neglected to mention earlier on is in the tournament matches there are no bulletins allowed. So that means all of your troops are all fair and equal. There's no sort of OP advantage for being a higher level versus a lower level, because that wouldn't be fair. It doesn't promote skill that way. But we see Paradox opening up with conscripts straight away, and he's going to take this central point as well as go for this VP. We might see some barbed wire going down across this tank that we haven't in the last two games, but we don't know. I'm going to switch briefly on over to LINKINPARK just to sort of see how he's getting on. Pioneers going out early after building their first tier 1 building, and the Grenadiers are now out also. And he's going to go for this bottom cutoff point. He wants to control this bottom again. Seems like this is it's been a bit more hotly contested, especially this cutoff point. I mean, this cutoff point is a huge factor in this game, as is this munitions point here, because both of them are the major openings into the top and the bottom side of the map. So this cutoff point goes in the hands of LINKINPARK, as he's going to continue to go and get his fuel nice and early. He's probably going to go some sort of vehicles if he's getting his fuel and prioritizing it this early. If he wasn't considering going vehicles early, he would have gone for the munitions point here, using the green cover of the truck. That way he's a bit more advanced. He can easily enough back cap this fuel point when he needs it. But no, it looks like we're going to see some early vehicles, I guess. I am guessing. I'm assuming. I'm using my superior intellect to look into the future and see what might go down, you know? What? Yeah, that's what I thought too. So the Grenadier is going to come up now and try and decap this victory point here. He didn't barbed wire off this vehicle, so he can use the green cover against the building if he needs be. We see our first engagement up on the top side. So these Grenadiers are going to start poking away at the combat engineers, who are not going to want any of that. They're just going to move straight on, probably just go straight for this cutoff point, which as it is undefended, it is a good idea. So it's nice round looping flank is done, just go straight for this cutoff point. There's no troops moving to try and help it out yet. No, he's actually going for this point here instead. So he's going to try and, oh, he's going for both points. That's what we see. So what I'd like to see him chase the engineers around with these Grenadiers a bit. He has managed to get this point, and it is going to give him a little bit of advantage. But if he was able to get his bodies down on this point, he would have stopped the decap, allowing him access to the fuel, which he has fought so hard to cap up. Jumps in the building with his Grenadiers, which is smart. It denies it for the engineers, which would have been very annoying for him. But now he's going to jump out and try and cap up again. So these Pioneer squad has been aggressive. He did just walk around the munitions point, but he's going to go and cut it off now. No, he's not going to cut it off, unfortunately, because wait, the VP has been left alone now. So yes, this will be cut off. As he takes that point here, and this area is now a bit of contest as well. Grenadiers in green cover going against the conscripts who are not quite in green cover, so he's going to lose the initial battle. I can't quite see there you go. Couldn't quite see his tag above his head there, so we couldn't see how much damage being done. It's around about even, but unfortunately now they've been moved out of green cover as they're running about trying to dodge bullets. But it's about break even. He's not coming anymore. He does decide to get out. He doesn't want to risk losing any more troops, as they are expensive, très expensive. MG is now going to move into position to deny this fuel cap from Paradox. And LINKINPARK, like I say, he's going to lose the top now. But he's got these Pioneers that do an excellent job of capping up. As you can see, he's avoided the non-vital points, and he's just gone to cut off the entire bottom. So even if he does lose his cutoff point here, he's still denying a lot of resources for Paradox, which is frustrating, especially as a Russian player. When you see a Pioneer spam, it's difficult because suddenly your conscripts aren't as awesome anymore, because they, even though they do win in the 1v1, if there's two Pioneer squads, they can be pushed off, and the Pioneers are able to run around capping up as much as they want. Unfortunately, these Pioneers do encounter this conscript squad will just run back. I'm not too sure where he's going to be going, whether he's going to try and go for a flank or try and go for a cap. And we see the Paradox is coming out of his base to take back this point, and the cutoff is securely back in the hands of LINKINPARK, and he's got his MG now capping up and defending the fuel point, as well as taking the munitions. So he's deciding to focus on the bottom side. Here comes the Grenadier, a little swarm after being reinforced. I expect... No, he hasn't actually upgraded his tech yet, so he's been using his resources as he's getting another Grenadier squad out. So we're seeing 4 Grens and 2 MGs, which is a very strong tier 1 opening. I'm going to see, I mean, he's had some fuel, he hasn't had a great amount of fuel, so he's obviously going on the fly, but this doesn't mean, this does mean he doesn't have any rifle grenades yet. He needs to upgrade before he can get the rifle grenades, so dislodging troops is going to be an issue. But he has so many numbers out in the field. We hear a vehicle now, so here comes the scout car, and immediately he runs away with his MG. He knows he can't keep up the keep turning and trying to set up against the scout car. The much quicker scout car, because it's easy enough to just move away. But there's no one in there at the moment, so he's probably trying to move a unit there closely just to support it. But this MG is going to start taking a bit of damage. He wants to try and keep the focus on this conscript squad in the buildings. As soon as they jump out, that he'll be able to suppress them straight away unless they're retreating. And now the Grenadiers are going hunting. They're going looking for this scout car. They know it's about. They want to get a Faust off on it to inhibit its efficiency. We do now see he is getting battle phase 1. It's about halfway through, and then we'll start seeing some rifle grenades out. He's gone on this Pioneer squad, man. It's been awesome. I don't think he's shot at anyone, but he's using it very well to go and cap and be annoying and take all the points that he doesn't want. He doesn't want to go in the hands of his opponent, so he knows they're not the best fighting force, but he's using them in the best way possible to cap away and be, be worth their cost. Unfortunately, these Grenadiers are in the red cover, so they're going to be taking extra damage unless he moves them across onto this green cover, which he doesn't because he's too busy microing something else, I imagine. These guys still in this building. I mean, he's focusing a lot of effort on this building, even though it's not for much. I mean, he knows as soon as he moves, he's going to be taking that point. But it's a nice, just a stalling tactic now from the Russians. These guys are forced off. This squad is now facing against Hit the Dirt. So he does decide to retreat. The MG is there to pick up the pieces, but it's not going to be able to suppress him because he is hit in the dirt. And finally, the Pioneers are pushed away from that top, so they're going to have to come back, possibly build a building now for his tier 2. I imagine so. He's got enough saved up for it there. And then we'll start seeing if he goes for some vehicles or some Panzer Grenadiers. I'm going to swap on over to Paradox. Haven't seen him in a while, so it's worth noting then that LINKINPARK hasn't got a command point yet. But obviously we knew that the Hit the Dirt had been chosen because we've seen Hit the Dirt earlier on the conscript. So he has decided to go for the PPSH build once again. I believe this is the 3rd time we're seeing it in 3 matches. So it's obviously deemed to be a strong commander by many in the 1v1 community. Its efficiency is great in multiple team games as well. These snipers unfortunately are going to have to get out of there. They're a bit too close to these Grenadiers. Didn't want to start going tit for tat with them because if you lose one, that's 90 manpower to reinforce, and that's huge. Huge loss. So he's going to leave it in the hands of this Flamer Engineer, the scout car, or clown car if you will. Able to come in, poke away a little bit, do a little bit of damage and get out for each of Faust, and takes too much damage from the MG, and he's coming here now cheekily to back cap on this cut-off point. Again, it's just denying the fuel. That's the main thing. Even though it is denying him all the resources down here as well, it's the fuel that's the main bit that's going to be the issue. Up top now, this scout car is going to come and have some words with these Grenadiers. He's probably going to meet a Faust though this time, I imagine. He's gone right in, there you go. You see that is the model, getting his Faust off his back. Does eat in the face, but I mean, it doesn't matter that much. He's close enough to be doing a lot of damage with the Flamers, and goes down to one model. Can he get out? It looks like he is going to be able to get out. These guys are now pinned. He wasn't able to hit the dirt on top of the cut-off point, so the cut-off point is going to start going in the back of the hands. However, this MG is being picked away at by the sniper, so nice sniper play there. He really needs to get his conscripts out, and there he does it. We have another vehicle in the field, so we have the upgun scout car. That was his answer to the scout car of the Russians. It's effective, but I mean, there's only one out in the field. Obviously, last game we've seen that the previous game we've seen that lasted all games. So we really didn't want to have to deal with that again, so we decided to invest kind of heavily into that scout car. But I mean, it's doing its business, and it's also going to be able to counter this next one that's coming away. The thing that people will do now is they'll ignore it. They could ignore the scout car. It's not going to be doing a huge amount of damage. Look, as you can see, it's kind of losing slightly against these conscripts here. But if he can get some veterancy on it, that's when it becomes an issue. Using his sniper to cap this middle point, he's got a lot of vision, so he can see there's no flanks coming in. Meanwhile, these guards are going to chuck a nade. Nope, they're going to eat the rifle nade. Nice little rifle nade there. I mean, it probably wasn't worth it in the long run because he was in green cover. He chucks a nade back of his own. Ooh, now you see, that's a better nade. Taking down that squad is going to be a pain in the backside for Linkin Park. Especially, well, these conscripts have been a pain in the arse as well. Sitting in the green cover, lobbing out their own Molotov before getting out of there. Doing some nice damage, not taking any models, but forcing them to go back. And it makes the opponent then either have to get a medical, a triage sent up in his base, or to keep reinforcing and using more expensive units. So I thought I seen a Molotov. There's the Molotov going. Does now have the option of PPSHs as well because he is in territory which is connected to his base. But don't know if he's going to be able to sit in the face now. He doesn't want to sit in the face eating the damage until those PPSHs come. Sniper's picking away at this MG. Unfortunately, this MG, I don't know if he's recognized that the sniper's picking away at him. He's going to take another shot now. Yep, one guy left. That guy's doomed. I mean, oh no, okay, the scout car came in to save the day. Like I say, it doesn't do a great amount of damage against infantry, but it does do damage eventually, and if he can take out with some snipers, he's going to be pleased with that. Now he's gotten some nice damage on there. He's going to try and reverse away from the 1880, the inevitable 1880 that come from the conscripts. The conscripts are unable to keep up with the vehicle though, but they're going to be happy enough that they kept their scout car alive, and the scout car is just going to go around being mobile and capping up points where he can. The map power is in the hands of Paradox at the moment, even though... No, I was about to say he's losing in VPs. I was terribly wrong if I was, because he's now going for a triple cap. He's ticked away at 150 points off of Linkin Park. And here you see this scout car again. Rightly so, he sort of identified where his prime target would be, where he should be going. But unfortunately, he's not going to see this guard squad coming from around the corner. He does not have the upgrade, so he's not unable to button this vehicle. But those pot shots will do some damage against him, forcing him off to retreat. There you go, you can start hearing them pinging away on the armor. And this middle section, this middle VP has been contested slightly now, with a couple of units here and there, but it's going to go back into the hands of Paradox. Meanwhile, his Grenadiers up here, he knows there's an upgun scout car about as well, so this one conscript squad, he doesn't want to go in for that engagement, but he's probably just going to harass it or defend the point. Sniper now trying to protect the head-on entrance of the conscripts. Conscripts hit the dirt so they won't get suppressed, but they're going to be stuck there for a couple more seconds until he's able to move them. Panzer Grenadiers coming around on the flank, trying to get a flank on this sniper, but unfortunately he's down to 2 men already. He's going to have it. Yeah, he's going to have to get out of there. He's probably going to take off another shot. I don't know if he's going to hit him on retreat. They do have reduced accuracy on retreat. Yeah, he misses the shot, so he's going to be a small little victory there for the Panzer Grenadiers. But the field is getting cut off once again by the conscripts, which is giving a huge boost of income now into Paradox's bank account. As you can see, he's got plenty of munitions saved up. He's barely thrown any Molotovs in this game, even though he has upgraded to them. So he's been able to save up. He's got flamers on his engineers. He's got the upgraded PPSHs in every single one. I'd like to see him go for the upgrade on this guard squad as well, just to make him more efficient, especially against that scout car. Because if he can get a button off on it, and the button lasts a little while, he's going to be able to take that down nice and handily for the cost of a couple of munitions. These conscripts are going to try and run in the face of the MG. The MG is moving, unfortunately. He just wanted to get out of the way of the incoming Molotov that would have happened, so he's just going to position backwards, but he's not going to be able to do any suppression to these guys. Grenade goes off, 30 missions lost there as he does very little damage to these retreating conscripts. The scout car now at level 2 is going to be a bit more formidable. At level 2 we see he does get the reduced damage taken, so he's going to be tankier. He's going to start being able to soak up some of the shots from the guard's rifle rather than really suffering from them. Unfortunately, these Panzer Grenadiers had a bad time against conscripts. That's where I sort of... I've got to disagree with some of the Panzer Grenadiers trying to counter this, because you can't just run a Panzer Grenadier squad into a hit the dirt upgraded conscript squad. It's not going to be cost efficient. If he takes out one of your guys, you'll need to take out 2 1/4 of his in terms of... Oh, alright. Lovely rifle nade takes out that building. The buildings do have a chance of being destroyed on any rifle nade or explosion, because it can be the first rifle nade of the game. It can take the building down. Be aware of that. You know that does happen. And it's a roll of the dice. I mean, it's not a skill thing. It's a lucky draw. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you won't. But that time, Paradox felt the sting of the other end of the spectrum of luck. Scout's picking away. Sniper's picking away on this MG. This MG has not had a good time, unfortunately. He keeps trying to come up and set up in here, and he keeps eating losses for it. I'd like him to try and utilize the building a little bit more, because at least the sniper isn't as accurate in against units in the buildings. Hoorah out from the conscripts. They really want to get this 18 unit off, which they do now get it down. And SU-85 is on the field, so now this guy really isn't worth much, especially with his engine damaged. The sniper picking away, getting some nice kills on his other MG squad. And this conscript is having a whale of a time, not being counted at all by anything on the field. SU-85 is going to take a shot or two off. And one more shot now, going to kill off this this scout car. More Panzer Grenadiers versus conscripts. He's not going to throw a Molotov. He needs to get those guys out. They're losing quite badly now, and he does not get out. Executed in the back. Meanwhile, these guys are going to get a nice rifle into the face. So it's very nice play coming out from, even though he got unlucky by losing a couple of units there, it's very nice play from LINKINPARK, as he's able to switch his focus on top. He knew that there's going to be a lot of micro going down for the Soviet player in the middle with this 85. That's what they do. You have to spend time microing them to avoid things, and especially with the sniper as well. So he decided to go up top, do some good damage up there, and claw back some of the lost units that he suffered. Unfortunately, though, the entire map is now pretty much flashing red. He's got this one strategic point down here with the Opel truck, which is not connected to his territory, and he's got one VP up here as well. The fuel is going into the hands of the overwhelming forces of Paradox. Switch back over to Paradox real quick. Even though he's not at an advantage in terms of the number of units, it's simply the PPSH hit the dirt conscripts are very difficult to deal with. We can see that LINKINPARK is trying desperately to deny the fuel. His SU-85 out. He doesn't want to see any more heavy vehicles out, because he's going to struggle with this guy alone. But Katyusha is being built at the same time. Excuse me. I'm not going to start casting this game again just because I sneezed a couple of times. I'm sure you'll forgive me for my human foibles. So this Grenadier squad, who is up, capping way past the support of his friends, is going to be pushed out. This Grenadier squad as well is not going to have such a great time against the PPSH Grenadiers right in his face. He gets those out of the AT gun, which is out to try and counter the SU-85. Is unable to get out of his base right now because this conscript squad has chucked some fiery crap at him. But as those are now pinned, he's going to have to retreat. He could just be using them as vision givers for the sniper, which you see he's doing. He's going to get some more kills off on these pioneers. Pioneers are charging straight in against the snipers, hoping they'll do enough damage, but they won't. There's only one guy. That guy's going to go down very quickly now. And the snipers are not going to lose a guy. Nah, they're not going to lose a guy. They're fine. There's another squad down. Katyusha's coming down in the middle, forcing off these veterans up. Oh, wow! What a lucky Katyusha rocket there. It's just entirely wiping. It did just wipe the squad, right? Yep, wiped that squad. That's an unfortunate loss, especially on retreat. It's sad to see. It doesn't look like at this moment in time LINKINPARK has the goods to claw his way back in. I mean, the sniper is now coming away on the flank. He's going to start picking away his MG here, as well as capping up one of his few points that he has. The engineers do get out. The snipers don't have the right vision, unfortunately. They're unable to actually see them because of the line of sight of this building. They're going to see a couple of units there, so he needs to position around here, but then he will be in the face of the MG fire, which he does not want, and there you go. He quickly recognizes that and decides to get out straight away. SU-85 trying to play with his old friends who passed away and perished long ago, because he's got no friends, he's got no armor to shoot that. He's not happy about that. He's trying to recover his cut-off point now, so he can try and make an entrance into the bottom half. But like I say, there's such overwhelming map control for the Soviets at this moment in time, and has been for some time now as well. This really could be the last hoorah now coming out from sorry, I was just seeing if these guys were actually in the fire or not, which they were not. So this could be the last hurrah coming out of Linkin Park. So let's watch on over to him to sort of see how he's going to try and break out of this difficult pinch he's in. He does manage to force away the Construct Squad, but now the P4 has found the S85. The S85 does manage to land the first shot, he misses the second. The pack gun is going to come up to try and, yeah, it does get a shot off, so about tit for tat, about equal on that little brief engagement. There's another Opel truck, so he's determined to try and get as much income as he can from as little resource points as possible, which is kind of smart, but unfortunately doesn't have like a huge amount of manpower really floating around to sacrifice for those Opel trucks. So, but that said, I mean, one has been there all game, and the other one's just recently popped out. P4 is coming to defend his Opel Blitz truck, which is no longer getting resources from anything, and there's guards, there's going to be 18 A's coming in as well, so he's going to struggle with that engagement unless his MG can hurry up and get over there and support him. There you are, that's the audio update for the... Oh, the sniper takes down another Grenadier squad. He's going to have to get out of there. He does start retreating, he should get home okay. This P4 is picking away, doing damage to these guys, and he is eating a couple of shots. But with his little Katyusha's coming in now, it might actually take out this Opel truck if possible. I mean, the Opel trucks are very flimsy, very weak units. Yes, it does go down, so a nice barrage. I think he was just trying more for the P4 tank than the actual. No, I think to be honest, he was actually going for that Opel truck. So a good shot there. Nice recognition that he could take it down with the Katyushas. So that's 200 manpower for a free barrage he had. He's going to fix up this P4 into shape, hopefully to be able to do something about the pincer hole that's going on in this middle section. I'm going to just take the Fog of War off real quick to sort of see where the units are based. So yeah, it's kind of a head-on rush now for Paradox to just deliver the final blow, really. I mean, if he can keep up what he's doing, like another, wow, 2 snipers now picking away. So he's got 18 kills in one and 4 in his new one. This MG is out just trying desperately to get the fuel. He wants this fuel badly so we can get out another P4. It's difficult to successfully, flank an S85 with only one P4. Can be done, guys, and especially seeing as you have the pack end to his advantage. However, this Construct Squad doesn't like that. So he charges right on in, trying to do some damage to it, but he's unfortunately got to deal with these. Ooh, very nice bomb lob coming out. It doesn't do a huge amount. Wow, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage to this guy. Oh, actually, sorry, that was the snipers coming along to end the party there for Linkin Park. So he's forced off. The pack ends are shooting at some hit the dirt troops. They're gonna be fine. The guards come running up, and the guards. Let me quickly change over. The guards don't have their upgrades, so they're unable to button this vehicle once again, which is a bit of a shame, seeing as he is floating this much munitions. He could be using it a lot more efficiently. These snipers now out of position. He's kind of barraging himself a little bit, but he's determined to take out this AT gun. As soon as you take out this AT gun, the S85 can make a move. The S85 is going to make a move anyway onto this P4. It's very damaged. It hasn't got the ability to flank and outmaneuver because it's got a damaged engine. He needs another 18 and then it goes down. He goes. There is now no more armor presence for our good friend over here, Linkin Park. He is trying to push out. 75 points left now. He's desperately trying to get his foothold back in. There's artillery coming down there, which would have really ended him, so he just called the game. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We have our Japanese CYAC tournament winner, Paradox. Congratulations, Paradox. You played very well. Let me know what you guys think about these replays, if you enjoyed seeing them, and happy days. Do you think that Soviets are just a bit too powerful in 1v1s at the moment to make a competitive scene really work? Because we've just seen 3 Soviets win, played by different players. I mean, let me know. I mean, I enjoyed that. It was great to sort of see the high-level play. You really see the intricate work that the tiny micromanagement really does for these guys. You know, like I say, being able to avoid those Fausts, moving out of the way of the nades and things like that. Those all little plays all add up, because when you can do that on a mass scale across the entire map with all of your units, then you know you're pro. But there we are, very good games. Commiserations to Linkin Park, congratulations on being the runner-up, and I'm gonna call it a day there, guys. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and take care of yourselves. Thanks, guys.